Oh
Hello
my god, I'm so
and
sorry. I just
welcome to the Week 2 eviction for 1984 Hall of Fame. We are here for the eviction between Billy and Cindy. So, this week, Jack, you won the power of veto. So, you obviously used it on yourself. Do you think that had you not won it, do you think you could have been in danger of being the one going home?
I mean, if you're on the block at the end of the week, you're always in danger of going home. It's very, 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 very stupid not to use the POV on yourself. And that does not come from personal experience. Use the POV on yourself, for the love of God.
Are you sure, Jack?
Are you positive?
I'm pretty positive at this point that it might be a good idea.
So, Megan, you're just having a big reaction, so I'm going to go to you next. So, last vote, it seemed pretty straightforward. Kevin got almost all the votes. There were two people that obviously voted for Billy, but it seemed like a pretty straightforward vote. Do we think the same is happening this week, or do we think that this is a little messier?
fuck no. Fuck no. I can pretty much guarantee you this vote is either going to be a 9-9 tie or it's going to be a 10-8. I don't think there's going to be any larger margin than that. If there is, I would be shocked. This vote has been a mess. Today has been a mess. Fuck today. Fuck this vote. I'm done. Also, Jack, I love you. I'm so sorry.
So, Tyler, Megan thinks that this vote is going to be pretty close. Do you think that there are actually sides of the house now, or is it just people that are in favor of keeping Billy, people in favor of keeping Cindy?
I definitely don't think there's sides. However, I do think the people in this game need to realize that there's no hidden immunity idols, and they don't need to tell everyone that they're voting a different way. No tea, no shade. But yeah, I definitely don't think there's sides. I think it's a giant web of connections, and it's kind of just like who you prefer to stay. Like, I was very transparent about my vote today, and I usually am in games. So that's where I stand. However, a lot of people don't get that agenda and feel the need to tell everyone different things. So
Jabbar, Tyler said that instead of like sides in this game, it's more a web of connections. So how does that affect where your vote ends up falling?
It doesn't. As far as I'm concerned, if it doesn't revolve around me, I don't want it, I don't need it, and I don't care. Like Tyler, I was also very transparent with my decision-making process with both the noms and anybody else who came to me and like talked to me on call. So, I don't know who that was directed at, but I also was direct about my process, not necessarily about who I was voting. But in terms of the connections and whatever the hell it is, I don't care. If it doesn't revolve around me, I don't care.
So, Cindy, obviously you were the first winner put on the block this season. With your win, do you think that that is a reason to evict you, or do you think it's a reason to keep you around?
I mean, depends on who you are. I'm clearly going to be the first winner targeted. I came into this being told I was targeted by a pregame, and then someone who was anti-pregame got told that I was targeting them, and now they're siding with a pregame to target me just like the pregame said they would. So that's kind of messy, but clearly I'm here as a shield for you. As far as my win goes, most people in season 5 can tell you it was fucking luck. Like, I wasn't in the majority alliance. I skated by the seat of my pants and then was better liked than Rizzo at the end. Love you, Rizzo. But like, I wasn't out there winning comps. Like, I wasn't doing that. There's a reason I'm not super highly ranked on the power rankings, unlike a lot of you here. So you're better players than me, and I'm a bigger shield than you. That's pretty useful to you.
Shout out to Xander. So, Caleb, as another winner, now that a winner has been put on the block, do you think that that is more an opportunity for you to possibly be targeted, or do you think that seeing a different winner being put up makes you feel more safe?
It definitely doesn't make me feel more safe. The fact that it happened so early is concerning, especially because there was this notion of like we all came in knowing the pregame rumors, like that was like the first thing that was talked about, and for it to be switched so suddenly and for such a big name to be put on the block week 2, it is kind of nerve wracking. I don't necessarily think it means that the other winners are going to be targeted right away. At least I hope it doesn't. But it's a possibility. It really is.
Can I comment?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's a naive point of view if you don't think that the other winners are getting targeted after this.
Can I comment?
Sure.
Cindy, I know that you're talking about messy, but I said one thing in this game that I'm not going to come in here and look stupid. And I heard now from 3 people that you, week 1, were saying how me and Nick were running this game and stuff. Like, here's like a TED talk, okay? Like, if you get like first HOH or something on the first week, you're going to be running something because you want HOH. I stuck my neck out for you, trying to help you, keep you in the game. And you're over here throwing my name out. Like,
And were
girl, are
those
you like
3
dense or
people
something?
Billy, X, and Keaton?
That's not the 3 people.
Who were the 3 people?
You got one right.
I'm just gonna say this now. Bria and I have not had a single conversation today,
Mhm.
and so that's not me. I would not do that.
I'm gonna say this
Did
too.
you say that or not? Did you say that me and Nick were bigger threats? And
I
that we're
did
running
not
the
say
game?
that you were a big threat.
I can literally, I just want to say something. Like Cindy and I obviously talk about a lot of shit. Literally, I heard this rumor earlier, and it's the weirdest thing to me because she's never once mentioned that to me. Ever. So whoever said
I
that
have
to you
said
is probably
to pretty much
bold-faced lying.
everyone that I think you and I need to stick together.
I've literally
because we
only
were
heard
the
good things about
names
you
in
from
the
Cindy.
pre-
Okay, and I thought we needed to stick together too, but
I've
I'm
literally
hearing from
only
other
heard good
people.
things about you.
Okay, well, I'm hearing from other people that she's throwing my name out, saying I'm
Those
a big
people are lying in your
threat,
face,
and
then,
like
girl.
Those people
honestly,
are lying to you.
and honestly, the rankings do not mean shit. Like, let's be
Okay,
100% honest with here. Like, the rankings really don't mean shit. So I don't think that people are bigger threats because of a ranking, because it does not mean shit. It just means how you played, and you could play any type of way. Half the time, people don't even add Michael to the chats. So Michael really doesn't even know how half these people play anyways.
Can I make a comment on the rankings for a second?
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm gonna agree with Bria here. I don't think the rankings
Can
matter.
I make a comment on the rankings comment? It was a joke. Like, everyone's taking it very seriously. It was a joke.
I'm just saying that, like, literally the top 12 people on that rankings are here. Caleb declined, and then I'm 14. Like, we're all here. We're all here for a reason. Rankings mean nothing. This is a new game. No matter how you played that last game, it doesn't matter. We're all here. We're all stars for a reason. And, like, the issue is the thing that they put together here is that what can we do to move forward? Not what we did last game matters. It just doesn't matter.
And so,
I also
you know why I like believe? Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, go.
Okay, you know why I believe these rumors? I believe for the simple fact that you did say that like people were coming at Megan and saying that she was like, I don't know, like some type of hater or something, and that was never true.
I was
That's the
told
reason
that.
why I believe it.
No, I was told that.
You were told that.
Yes.
Okay, well, I was told that you were
Who told you
saying my
that?
name around, and
Keaton and
I mean,
Kevin told me that.
okay, is Keaton here? No, he's not here.
Keaton's dealing with a very personal
Again, Bria, I literally promise you, all I've heard
And-
from Cindy about you is like glowing reviews. Like I don't know where this shit is coming from because she's.
No, I'm not changing my vote. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
I'm
this
still standing
because.
with the story here. I'm still standing with the story here.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not changing my vote or anything. I'm just saying that, Cindy, I stuck my neck out for you and going
I've
around this house
appreciated
looking
it, and I've
stupid while
told
you
people
were.
that I am with you 100%. And I'm sorry that you don't believe
Okay,
that,
so
but
can anybody back this up? Has she told people that she's with me?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay.
I
will say that Cindy never told me she was with you, but she never told me she was against you. She never
and I
talked shit on your
specifically
name.
listed out my
Against me.
targets.
She never said that
since
she
then.
was like with
No,
you.
I don't think she's against me. I wasn't told
Yep.
that she would put me up. I was told that she would put Nick up.
Yeah, she never said that. She never said like anything against you or Nick to me, but she also never said specifically having your or Nick's back. So like,
the
it's
only
not
thing
been
that
one or the other.
The only thing that Cindy has said to me is she's never said that you were against her. She said that she had your vote, and that was basically it. So
Yes, she does have my vote. And for Billy, it's for obvious reasons. So, and I'm still keeping my vote. Like, it's nothing against Billy. And he knows
No,
that.
absolutely not. I completely understand that 100%. I'm not.
Yeah.
Whatever you
but-
guys need to do, you need to figure out. That's it.
Well, yeah, that was my only problem is that I thought you were coming at me, making me look stupid going around the house when I'm sitting here defending you and campaigning for you.
And I've told multiple people that you were campaigning for me and that I really appreciated it.
And
And just
also,
because those people aren't raising their hand because they're upset about the call and the call out doesn't mean that I didn't tell them, because I can look at like 3 people on this call that I told you had my back and that I had yours going forward that didn't raise their hand.
and also to the Tyler thing, Tyler is right. A lot of people who are like saying that they're going to vote one way. I mean, I don't know if you guys think that whoever you're talking to is that close to you because they're telling other people. And I mean, your votes are getting like, I'm like getting told that somebody's voting this way and then voting that way at the same time. And people are not updating people. So if you think that whoever you're with or whatever alliance that you're with is actually like got your back, I'm not saying that they don't, but if you think that what you're saying is not getting out, that's 100% lie. Half you who are telling one person your vote and the other person your vote is going to the whole house. You were getting exposed. So I'm just saying that. But that was my issue with Cindy.
I also want to I comment on that too, is like I said, this game is a giant web. Everyone has connections. If you tell one person you're voting a certain way, they're probably going to tell someone. And the chances, if any of you think that your vote is going to be discreet this round, it's like very delusional. And I don't know, like so many people came to me today and said that they were evicting Cindy, and some of these people can vouch. I literally said, okay. I was like, that's fine. You vote how you want. I don't care if you're evicting Cindy. I already told Billy and Cindy that I'm evicting Billy, but just be transparent with me. Like if you're evicting Cindy, that's totally fine. My problem is that people are lying to me.
And that's kind of my thing too. Like, it's nothing like I don't want to like, yeah, someone is on the block. I just want to know like who I'm like who's saving me and who's not. I don't want to play the runaround game where I have to like Tyler said, where I have to like figure out who's actually saving me. Like, I respect Tyler so much because he came to me and he told me he was evicting me. Like, great, that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna be upset with Tyler because he just thinks that's the best thing for his game. I'm not gonna be upset. But if I leave, which I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I don't think Cindy knows what's going to happen. This is very much up in the air at this point. I just wish that I just want to know who is saving me and who's not. And that's it. That's all I want to know. I don't bite.
I just feel like if you don't know your vote, just say, I don't know yet. Don't tell somebody one thing. And then, or if you're going to tell somebody one thing, say, oh, well, like I changed my mind and I'm voting this person. Like, don't just say, oh, I'm voting out Megan, and then say, I'm voting out Blake. Like it's going to get back to everybody.
Just as long as you keep it consistent. I think that's just the issue. It's Big Brother. I mean, I think there's more to gain by telling the truth than lying. Because like at this point you got to work forward with a lot of these people. Like, this isn't just a round where you can eventually just tribe swap and and you don't have to see these people anymore. There's no reason to keep lying over it.
And what's the point of losing trust this early? With,
right,
like,
exactly.
People.
I respect the people who telling me and who I can basically assume are evicting me rather than just having to figure out later on if I stay. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Michael,
does anybody else have anything to say before we move on?
I would like to
quickly.
So I was told early on during the day that Cindy, you were not sure where my vote stood. You felt like you couldn't count me as a vote for you to stay, but I won HOH and I kept you safe. So I don't know where that came from, because I've been hearing.
I was told by people that you were telling both sides. So
And
that's what I was
because this
told.
was very
I
early
never
on.
said that I didn't trust you. I said that I had you moving on my list based on what people were telling me.
No, and that was now, but right when I got back from school, I heard that you were telling people that you did not know where I stood. You didn't think you could count on my vote. But during my HOH
I told them
reign,
that I didn't have you as a solid vote because I hadn't had a chance to talk to you and I had been told everything.
but I hadn't spoken to anyone about the vote.
Okay,
up until
that's
that point.
I can't know that. I hear what I'm told and I was moving my list based off of that. It was nothing against you personally. There are many people who were moving on my list based on what people were telling me. Drew can tell you he was moved on my list even though he was never evicting me. It doesn't say anything about how locked your vote was. It's just when you got on and when people caught on to your vote.
From what I was hearing, it sounded like you were painting me out to be shady when
I did
I
not
had
paint you out to be
not done
shady.
anything to you. So I just want
You
to
haven't
clarify.
done anything to me, and I don't know why people are saying that. People have had my name in their mouths and have been saying I've said shit this entire fucking game. And I don't know how to convince you that I didn't say it. I didn't say you were shady. If I did, someone please let me know.
I do have
I
a
just-
question for House.
I was
It's
gonna say, like, I just think this game's been a lot of like just people saying things and not being able to track back exactly where that thought came from. And that's actually like really like, especially when things get kind of personal, it definitely does get a little messy. And that's kind of what I really got to say. Just guys, please keep it on a game level. That's kind of just all I ask is please keep it on a game level, regardless of what's going on. Because at the end of the day, I can't wait to talk to you all outside the house if I'm not here, because I've had at least a conversation with all of you at some point, and I've learned to love all of you and different points because I played different games with you guys and our seasons, whatever. Like that's just it. Just
I do want to.
all
Go
love.
ahead. I do want to say, in regards to like the whole like switching your vote off with different people, I have seen that. However, one thing that has been really, really irking and irritating me is when I tell somebody that my vote is leaning some way, and they take that and run with it and assume that I'm voting for somebody. When I say I don't know who I'm voting, but I'm leaning a certain way, that means I do not know who I'm voting yet. So when I hear from Billy or from Cindy or from other people voting, oh, well, like that's why I posted that in the main chat, was because somebody got really aggressive with me because they assumed I was voting a certain type of way when I hadn't even decided what I was doing. I told both Billy and Cindy at the beginning of the day, I will let you know before eviction what is going to happen. And I told the person who I'm evicting that I'm evicting them. And I gave the reasons, I told them why, and I told them if that changes our relationship in the game, that's fine. I just don't want it to change anything outside of the game. What irks and irritates me is when I tell one person one thing and it gets spread to the entire fucking house that I'm definitely doing something. And this is the reason why, or that's the reason why. Like, I feel like a lot of people in this game are playing really hard because they see the word all-stars and just assume that you have to play hard. This is a game. This is a game full of people that have played at least one game before. And if you think that being messy is going to get you to the end, it's not. You're not going to get to the end playing messy. You're not going to get to the end trying to be everybody's friends. Nobody's going to be a floater this season. You're not going to be able to do that because people are going to call you out on your bullshit. People are going to like the amount of people that have said, oh, this person has said this to me about you, or this person has said this about you. Like Tyler said, this game is a web of connections, and just because you have a connection with one person doesn't mean I do not. So just because, and not even that, if Megan says one thing to Bria, and Bria says one thing to Caleb, and Caleb says one thing to Tyler, and Tyler says it to me, it's gonna get back to me. And that's exactly what they're talking about. Like, just because you say one thing to one person doesn't mean that they're gonna just keep that for themselves, especially when they have an agenda. So I just want y'all to understand and realize that like this shady, I'm gonna say one thing to one person and one thing to another will not work. It's not cute and it needs to stop. Because
I understand.
I
understand not being messy, but like I came to you, Nick, because I was like, okay, this is what I heard about Nick. I heard Nick was voting one type of way or another, right? And like I came to you to like talk to you about that, and you decided to ignore me, and now you're here. Like I wanted to like talk to you, and I wanted to like.
You threatened me.
I didn't threaten you, baby. I said
Baby, I can read the conversation.
I said I told you. I said that I told you I was going to tell you what was going on. You didn't feel the same way, and that's fine. Like, but I was just, I wasn't sure. I wasn't threatening you. I wasn't saying like, oh, you need to vote this way or you need to vote that way. I just wanted to hear that, like, from what I was hearing from other people, because I wanted to come to you. I wanted to come to you. I didn't threaten you. Never once did I threaten you. I had no right to threaten you. I have no power to threaten you. There's no threatening. Like, there's not.
Can I talk?
100% you can, but I don't want you to get it twisted to think I was threatening you because I was not threatening you.
when you say we see the things that you are doing and use plural we, that is a threat. That is telling me that me and other people see you and see the game that you're playing or however you meant it. And what I'm trying to say is because people are twisting my words and saying that I was 100% locked on somebody, you felt the need to do that because you felt betrayed because I didn't come to you and say anything. I didn't come to you and say anything because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you. And then I responded when you said you don't know who this we was. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was like, oh my God, we is me. I didn't say sorry, but like, I was like, I don't know if you think that I was threatening you because I wasn't. I was just wanting to hear what you were thinking because from what I was hearing from other folks, it was concerning.
But do you
that's
understand
what the conversation was, but you didn't respond to me to like be able to have that conversation. Maybe I came
because
off
I was upset. Anybody would be upset.
And I understand you being upset, but maybe I came off in like a bad manner. But I don't want you to think like I don't want you to catch it sideways. I will never threaten anyone, but because I felt like you and I vibed, I wanted to have that conversation. But you shut me down, you locked me out, and there wasn't that opportunity
at that point. Because
and
at that point,
that's fine. But I don't want you to say like people are being shady because I wasn't trying to be shady. I wanted to have that conversation, and maybe I came in. Maybe I came in a wrong way. Maybe I came in a wrong way, and I apologize for that.
I wasn't referring to you when I said people were being shady. I said people are being people are being shady.
But you posted in the main chat about threatening, and then you just admitted that I was one of those people that was threatening you, and I don't want that. I don't want that to be twisted. I'm not a threatening person.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to cut in. I'm gonna have to cut in because this is going way too long. It is now time to vote. I am going to give each of the two nominees their final say, and then we will vote. So, Billy, you are up first.
Oh, we're just ditching the women. Women can go first. Okay, cool. Okay, so I go first then. I've talked to the people I've talked to. They know where my head's at. They know where I'm at socially, where I'm at strategically. That's pretty much it. I'm trusting in the people that I talked to vote the way that I hope so. If you told me you're evicting me already, there's absolutely no bad blood. I love y'all. But other than that, let's keep it clean, please, because I feel like I want to throw up right now. Good luck, guys. Good luck, Cindy.
Thank you, Billy. Cindy, you're up.
I'm sitting here next to someone who asked to be voted out, and this is going to be a close vote. And that's very frustrating to me. I haven't done anything against any of you. My target going forward is Luke, 100%. I'm saying it here. It's recorded. Don't let anyone twist me into something that I'm not saying. Luke is my target, period, end of story. That's it.
Okay.
If that's helpful to you, go for it. If it's not, vote me out.
Thank you, Cindy. Okay. It is now time to vote. When I call your name, I need you to please go to your confessional chat and cast or confirm your vote. Lee, you are up first tonight. Please go to your confessional chat and cast or confirm your vote.
Production Chen Moonves, you look beautiful. Fuck you, Selena Brown. There you go.
Thank you. Nick B, you are up first. Or sorry, you're not up first. You're next. Sorry. Thank you. Bert, you're up next. Thank you. Jack, you are up next.
Lock it in, Michael.
Rizzo, you are up next. Thank you. Bryce, you are up next.
I'm gonna confirm my vote.
Nick W, you are up next. Thank you. Sam, you are up next. Thank you. Chris is up next. Don't believe that he is here, so I will grab his vote. Caleb, you can announce your vote or you can cast it. And
I'm not going to announce my vote. I already talked to the people I needed to talk to. No hard feelings. Good luck to you both tonight. I love you both. My vote is confirmed.
Keaton is next, and then Drew, and then Megan. So I'm going to check both of those, and then Megan, you can cast your vote.
Wait, who?
Keaton, Drew, and Megan. Keaton and Drew are not here, so I'm getting their votes. Oh, Drew is here. What am I doing? I'm blind.
I will fuck my drag.
Sorry, I am blind. Megan, I need you to go to your convention.
Okay, my vote is confirmed, Michael. I just want to say to the two nominees, I love you both on personal levels. Honestly, I wish I wasn't having to choose to vote between the two of you tonight. Billy, I love you, but you did not try to speak to me all day. I think you kind of assumed that I was voting you out, so that is what I'm going to be doing tonight, Billy. But I still love you as a friend, and I hope we get to play again together in the future. And if you stay, talk to me. Cindy, I love you. My vote is locked, and I'm gonna drink more wine. Love you all.
Love you, Megan. We can definitely
Yoshi,
talk.
you are up next.
Okay. Oh, I can't. My phone's frozen. So I confirm whatever I sent in. Yeah.
Tyler, you're up next.
Okay, yeah, again, I talked to both of you know how I'm voting, and I hope you wishy-washer motherfuckers get it together, so.
I love you, Tyler.
Thank you. X, you are up next. Thank you. Bria, you are up next.
My vote's obvious. Billy, I love you. We already talked, and I hope to talk more if you do stay. Cindy, I love you too. You know what I heard. And yeah, hopefully the winners don't get targeted for no reason, have actual reason this time.
And Jabbar.
How long do I have to think? Oh, are we live?
Live.
Okay. So I'm also not a fake person, so I'll just say my vote out loud. Like Nick said, some people are allowed to lean a specific way, and they're also allowed to change their mind. One of you said that you had 12 confirmed votes, and the other one said that they had 13. So after this, my vote won't be a secret. I'm so sorry it came down to you guys and your pleas. With that being said, I vote to evict Billy. I really hope that you don't hate me.
And let me tally the votes. Okay, house guests, I have the votes. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say goodbye and leave the Zoom call. By a vote of 10 to 8, Billy, you have been evicted from 1984.
Good luck, y'all.
Okay, with that, the eviction is over. Welcome to the final 20.